The slimmer dialer is the latest generation of perimodiolar electrodes from Cochlear, based on the learnings over the last 30 years from developing both perimodiolar electrodes with the stellate-based electrodes and lateral wall electrodes. Three main things that we've learnt over this time is that the target site of electrical stimulation is the spiral ganglion, the most common site of trauma is the lateral wall, and to achieve good coverage of the spiral ganglion, a modiolar electrode can be placed 16 millimeters safely and still achieve 90% coverage of the spiral ganglion population. With these learnings, we've developed a slimmer dialer which allows the electrode to be inserted safely through a round window or extended round window of cochleostomy to ensure the electrode stays in scalar tympani at initial insertion. And with the sheath-based design of the slimmer dialer, we ensure that the electrode can only be inserted with an AOS type of technique, which ensures the slimmer dialer electrode avoids the lateral wall and basilar membrane completely, reducing any potential for trauma. So we achieve a good perimodiolar proximity whilst avoiding the lateral wall and potential trauma to the cochlea. To date, the slimmer dialer has been implanted in over 20,000 people globally. There's been over a dozen studies now that have looked at positioning within scalar tympani, hearing preservation with the slimmer dialer, outcomes in terms of word scores, and also complications. What we've seen from these studies is over 95% placement in scalar tympani. We've seen hearing preservation results comparable to lateral wall electrodes, and we've seen hearing outcomes in terms of significant improvements to pre-op scores. And complication rates are equivalent or lower than what's seen in other electrode models.